anyone in ballet right now feels like the challenge, the gauntlet's been thrown down, by Timothée Chalamet, and that it's game on.
Congratulations, you slayed last year's Oscars, and Canada is so excited to see you do it all over again.
Well, I love Canada, so happy to do it.
We love you. I mean, we had dancing Conans and gold wigs. We had the John Lithgow disappointment cam, Timothée Chalamet, Adam Sandler. What is your game plan going in this year?
We have a lot of little surprises planned, and at moments that I think could be really fun. And I'm excited for people to tune in to the top of the Oscars, because we have some stuff that we've been working on. And basically, these are ideas that my writers and I have thought would be fun if we could get away with them, or we could pull it off. And so we're going into rehearsal with a lot of these ideas and excited to see them actually come to life. It's been a couple of months now. You live out of your head, and then you just want to see them come alive. And so I'm excited for that.
So are we, so are we. The Sinners performance is going to include retired premier ballerina Misty Copeland. There's been a lot of conversation lately about ballet and opera. So how will this performance raise the bar when it comes to Oscar highlights?
Well, I think probably anyone in ballet right now feels like the challenge, the gauntlet's been thrown down, by Timothée Chalamet, and that it's game on. So I think you're going to see people bringing it to new levels of dance, just to prove, that ballet is ascendant, that it's powerful, and it's one of the most important art forms in the world. How was that?
Absolutely, absolutely. We are the Canadians.
Nailed it, huh?
You nailed it.
What's
you
that?
Nailed it. Yeah, you were very on point with that one.
Very nice. And
Thank you.
bar, which is a big
thank
part
you.
of it. So you're killing it.
With Rose Byrne being nominated for Best Actress for If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You, you are Oscar nominee adjacent. So how has it been? What kind of perks have you had this season, being in this Best Actress nominee bubble?
Well, you bring up a good point. Which perks? No perks. Nothing for me. I just get the joy of seeing Rose Byrne get her recognition, which is long overdue. It's funny, Rose is someone who people have always loved. She's always been a favorite, but she hasn't had this one moment where everyone could collectively appreciate her. And with If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You, that moment's happened. And people were saying, oh my God, what a phenomenal actress. She's great. So it was fun for me to be in all my scenes are with Rose. I mean, and in close quarters with Rose. So this great performance she gave, I got to see that happening in real time. And so it's very cool to see that. I'm not an actor. This is not something that I've pursued. So just to have that experience of seeing from the inside what it's like for someone to give a Best Actress performance is amazing. It's really cool.
Incredible. Speaking of the performances, this is a real kind of tight Oscar race. We've got One Battle, Sinners, Hamnet, Sentimental Value, all vying for Best Picture. So between you and me in Canada, how are you preparing for this nail-biting scenario and this outcome?
Well, I got to stay on my toes. We have to have, how do I react if this movie wins or that movie wins? And so, yes, it takes a lot of preparation, mental preparation, and also physical preparation. I've been working with free weights, as you can tell, Traci.
I can see it.
Incredible.
I can see it.
Thank you. Yeah.
The kids would say swole.
Swole, yes. Thank you. Yeah, I mean... I'm actually just swollen. That's a drinking thing. But no, it takes, here's the thing about this year. I think it's an unusually good year for movies, if you think about it. I mean, these movies are all so different. One Battle After Another is spectacular, but also completely different from Sinners, which is amazing. And then you've got Marty Supreme, which is incredible. And Begonia, I thought, was a terrific movie. And then you have a popcorn movie like F1, which was, I thought, really fun. And so I think this has been a year that's been really rich for films, and films that a lot of people have seen. They've been part of the cultural conversation. So it's really, it's fun to be backstage, and I'm as unaware of what's going to happen as anyone watching the show. And sometimes I think I'm kind of the representative of the audience, because I don't know what's going to happen. So I'm just wearing a tuxedo. But other than that, I'm like anyone in Canada or America who's watching the show. So you'll see me react in real time to what's happening.
Looking forward to it. CTV, we're the Canadian broadcaster of the Oscars, and one of our favorite Canadians, Lorne Michaels, your former SNL boss, is going to be feted in a documentary. So what don't we know about Lorne that we need to know?
Let's see. What don't you know about Lorne that you need to know? Well, I mean, that's the thing. I think Lorne has been so much discussed by the media and by everyone in comedy for 50 years that it's hard to know, what could I possibly say that you don't know already about Lorne Michaels? He's, I've worked with a lot of people, and I will say this, and I should point out, Lorne was also the one, I didn't just work with him on Saturday Night Live, Lorne was the one who selected me to replace David Letterman way back in 1993, and he produced my late night show for years and years and years. So he's been the most important person in my show business life. He's the reason you know who I am right now, and that's all Lorne Michaels. He is a very thoughtful person. He's very smart, and he's got great taste, and he really thinks about what would be appropriate. That's not the case with every producer. And Lorne is just the opposite of the old cliche of the producer with the cigar was going like, what's that? You here? Look at that kid. Nah. That's the opposite of Lorne. Lorne's a very thoughtful and highly intelligent person who has changed the shape of the culture single-handedly. So I have mad respect for him. Mad respect.
Amazing, amazing. Stay fabulous, Conan. Can't wait to see you on Sunday.